So the indications, I do the Enbloc integration for the patient with obstructive symptoms due to PBH. With the prostate volume is higher than 40 milliliter. So why I choose Enbloc enucleation of the prostate? First, for enucleation, because I think that enucleation is the complete PBH treatment, because in this treatment, I can remove all the transition zone of the prostate. And why I choose Enbloc? Because I think that in Enbloc, I can save in the time because I don't waste my time to incision the bladder neck. And Enbloc give me the better education because I don't open the bladder neck at the first time. And for the Enbloc is a shape independent technique because I don't change my technique, depends on the prostate shape. For the equipment, I do the enucleation with the enucleation plate with two parts. For the upper part, I do the mechanical enucleation, and for lower part, I do for cutting and coagulation. And for electrosurgery unit, I prefer the unit can create plasma kinetics. This is the video clip I demonstration what I do in the totally Enbloc Bipolep. First of all, I inspection the bladder and the prostate, and I started at the variable tandem. And I do the early apical releasing. I pull back my scope and I look at the border between the adenoma and the external sphincter. And I start to cutting in the border between the blades. I cut the mucosa between the adenoma and the external sphincter, and I do the same with the opposite side. And I start near the variable tandem, 1 centimeter around the variable tandem to protect the ejaculating duct. I use the cutting mode to cut around the variable tandem, and I'm finding the prostate surgical capsule by mechanical enucleation. Can you see that I use the upper part to enucleation, and when I feel some restriction, I use the lower part to cutting or coagulation. And now I think that I can find the surgical capsule. And a coagulation, and I lateral enucleation of the prostate. And when I feel some restriction, I just pull back my scope to find the border that I cut before and cut into the border. And then I go back and I do enucleation again. And I do it gradually from 6 o'clock to 12 o'clock toward the ventral part of the prostate. I just do mechanical enucleation until I go to the 12 o'clock, find the ventral flap, and I cut to the ventral flap toward the adenoma to protect the ventral part of the external sphincter. And I do the same with opposite side. After this, all the adenoma is moved out totally out of the external sphincter. And now I do the enucleation on the adenoma toward the bladder neck. So I do the enucleation until I find some vertical fiber. That means that I need a bladder neck. I coagulation on the first zone near the bladder neck and open the bladder neck at the 12 o'clock. Now I find the bladder neck. And for the 12 o'clock, I move down to 6 o'clock to complete enucleation entire the bladder neck. Final adhesion. Now on the adenoma is enucleation totally. And thank you for your attention.